Childhood. I was born Virginia Raphael in London, England in 1935. For the first 5 years, I lived in St. Mark's Square, Regent's Park, with my mother, father, my older sister Juliet, and my younger brother Adam. A nanny looked after us, and there was also a cook and a housemaid. Both my parents were Jewish. My father, Geoffrey, was a barrister. His family owned an optical factory in Tottenham Court Road, where my father worked for many years. He attended evening classes to study law and was called to the bar when he was nearly 40. Shortly after this, he met my mother Nancy, née Rose. Geoffrey was 14 years older. Nancy had studied sociology at the London School of Economics. There, she became friends with many Labour politicians, such as Hugh Gaitskell and Hugh Dalton. She came from a wealthy Jewish family, who considered my father to be socially inferior and opposed their marriage. My father was offended by their attitude and never forgave them. Loneliness pervaded my childhood. I was always looking for a companion, a best friend. My sister Juliet and I were very close in age and were treated like twins when we were little. We had a twin pram and were dressed alike. I always followed in Juliet's footsteps. She was only 13 months ahead of me, but she seemed to me bigger and more intelligent than I was. It was clearly infuriating for her to have a younger sister trying to catch her up. She was never supportive or loving to me. In 1940, we 3 children went to the United States with Nancy to live in Princeton, New Jersey, for the duration of the war, because, like many Jewish families, my parents were frightened of invasion. Juliet was 6, I was 5, and Adam was 2. It must have been a huge change of life for Nancy, to be in charge of 3 children with nobody to help her. She adored Juliet and Adam. The way she coped with the awkward second daughter was to ignore her. And so the sick pattern of behavior began. I discovered the way to be noticed was to show off, throw my weight around, be outrageous. I was annoying, irritating, everything Adam and Juliet were not. This would make Nancy angry. In a strange way, I was rewarded for being naughty. The more awful I was, the more attention I got. Soon after we arrived in Princeton, I realized that Juliet didn't like me. She spurned me, always preferring friends from school or the neighborhood, leaving me out of games, making me feel decidedly second best. The problems with my brother Adam compounded it. My mother told me that I was jealous of Adam, and on the face of it, that made sense. He was a gorgeous little boy with large blue eyes and very long eyelashes, doted on by my mother and everybody else. But now I think my fury with Adam has a different explanation. Before we left for the States, Nanny, who had looked after us since we were babies, said to me that I must look after Adam because she wasn't coming with us. And I was keen to do so. But he wasn't very keen to be mothered by me. He pushed me away, which made me feel rejected and furious. So I was isolated in the family. Juliet was the perfect daughter, Adam the perfect son, and me? I was a pain in the neck, either showing off to get attention or in a bad mood because nothing was going my way. In Princeton, I shared a bedroom with Adam, which I hated because he pestered and teased me. Juliet had her own room. I remember talking to the photo of Geoffrey in army uniform on the top of the cupboard in Nancy's bedroom. I thought that when the war was over, everything would be all right again because Daddy would sort it out. When I was mooching around, feeling miserable, if Nancy asked what was wrong, I would say I was missing Daddy. The truth was, I was missing Nanny, but I couldn't say this because I thought it might hurt Nancy's feelings. I longed to have friends like Juliet did, to be popular and chosen as a partner in games at school, and most important of all, I longed to be loved by my mother.